Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Sanja's Fantasy Kitchen. Today, I will teach you how to make this amazingly easy pita. It's so easy that you will be making every day. You will even surprise yourself. You don't need to be expert to do this. That's how easy it is. So let me show you how. For this recipe, I will use 3 cups of warm milk instead of water. I will add to my bowl a little bit of warm milk, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. Mix it a little bit and start adding the rest of the ingredients. For this recipe, I will use 4 cups of regular flour. I will mix a couple tablespoons in my yeast mixture. Add 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Mix it a little bit and right away start adding a flour. I'm going to put the rest of the flour and 1 tablespoon of salt. And then start mixing the dough. Now I will add the rest of the milk, so altogether 3 cups of warm milk, and start kneading my dough with hand. Just work with your dough for a couple minutes. We will leave this dough to rest only for 5 minutes. This is how fast it is. You don't wait too long because you don't want your dough to rise too much. Sprinkle your plate with a little bit flour. Place the dough and sprinkle a little bit flour on the top of the dough and cover it so that way your dough will not dry. After 5 minutes, you will cut your dough into 2 pieces, form the ball, and leave it to rest another 5 minutes. While the dough resting, I will prepare the filling. I'm using 2 cups of shredded yellow squash, 1 cup of chopped fresh spinach, 2 cups of feta cheese, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, 3 tablespoons of sour cream, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and mix it a little bit. And I will not add the salt to this mixture because of the saltiness of feta cheese. So I don't want to overwhelm anything because that's enough. Only thing I'm going to add is paprika, red paprika. You don't have to, it's optional. Mix it again and leave it on the side. I will melt some butter for my dough. Here I'm using clarified butter or ghee that I made a week ago. Approximately 1 cup. I will add to that half cup of regular vegetable oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And just mix that melt on the stove and brush your dough when you're working with it. Now I will sprinkle oil on my working surface. That's how I'm going to start opening my dough. Just watch the video, pay attention. And it's very easy. Just press with your hands and open up a little bit and start rolling. And it's much easier to roll when your surface is oily. That's how you actually open dough that contains yeast. Just keep opening as much you can. It really doesn't matter if you have any holes in it, or it's gonna be perfect, believe me. Just give it a try. You can make this pita with ground beef on onions or ground beef potatoes and onions, mushrooms, peppers, cheese and spinach only, anything that you like. Now I put a square plate in the middle of my dough. But anything square that you have, you can use it. But it's much easier to use the plate. And then I will cut dough the way you see it on the video. And remove the plate. Now I will add the toppings to the middle of the dough. Just spread a couple tablespoons because we're gonna be adding more as we go. And we're gonna cover with a little bit of melted butter so that way we create those puff pastry sheets. And start folding. One side on the top of each other. Any way you like. There's no rules. You just create the layers. And start adding the toppings in between those sheets. It's pretty simple and versatile. You can make it any way you like. Put it on the side, the sheet that you already made, and start working on your second. Opening up the same way you did. And you see how easy to open when you oil your surface that you're working. You don't really need a rolling pin. If you have it, it's a little bit easier, but you don't, you can open with your hands. As again, open up the dough as much you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now we will place that first sheet that we made in the middle of the second dough. And fold one side, spread a little bit filling, and keep folding the dough. See how simple that is? Beautiful. Now we can open up the dough a little bit with a rolling pin, just a little bit, and cover it and let it rest for 5 minutes. Spray your baking sheet with the oil or butter. Place your dough in it, press a little bit, cover it, let it rest another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will pre-cut my pita. And I will brush with the melted butter. Now I will add egg to melted butter and 1 tablespoon of yogurt. Mix it. Add salt to taste and a little bit of red paprika and brush it on the top. I have my oven already on 375 degrees. You're gonna actually bake this 35 to 40 minutes, but again, depends on your oven. It may take a little bit longer, but you will see when it's golden brown and puffed up, it's done. Our pita is done. I will cover it and let it rest until it's cooled down. There you go, guys. Amazingly easy pita. I know you will prepare this over and over again, because you don't have to be expert, it doesn't have to be perfect. But guess what? Everybody's gonna enjoy it, especially you, knowing that you made this. Just give it a try. And if you have any questions, please ask me down in the comments below. I'll be gladly to answer it. I hope you guys enjoyed this super easy recipe. You don't have to be expert to make pita like this. You just need a few ingredients and just a little bit time. You can surprise your family, your friends, or even yourself. You can just enjoy by making it. That's how simple it is. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel, please do. I will greatly appreciate. Until the next time and next video, big kisses from Sanja's Fantasy Kitchen.